Day 348 of Zohar PShat, and we're coming to a very, very cryptic part of the Zohar here. The next few passages, and a lot of hicholos for the next quite a few pages. We're at the bottom of page 9 on base, second last paragraph, or actually last paragraph. Or it says so vavo. Land was desolate and astonishing. Could come run. Lord's do law. So he says, V'ha'aretz. What's this V'ha'aretz? We talk about Aretz. What's V'ha'aretz? So do Eretz law. This is the Eretz law, but not the Eretz law, which is way up high in Shamayim. This is the leis lami kamar. This has no light in of itself. It has only the light which comes from above. Okay, so this is very high, but it's not the highest. Okay. Initially, it was evidently fixed properly, and it was not. There was everything was arranged. I guess before the Chet of Honoration. I don't know when. But it sounds like at some point even before that, because obviously we're talking about the second Pasuk and Bereshis. So therefore, it sounds like not because of the Chet of Honoration, saying that something. When Kosh Baruch created things, initially created things arranged properly, and then he created things in a confusion and not properly arranged. And it came into be darkness. So evidently, again, assuming it didn't happen, initially things were fixed, created properly, then they broke somehow, so to speak, and they became confused. And maybe this alludes to the Shviras HaKelim, which we're going to learn about at some point in the future, where things broke. They were made properly, and then they broke because there was too much ore, and they were not able to maintain the ore. That's case for a reason like 101, and they broke. Because it says and it became darkness, specifically. Besides, as the ears Gama, and after it diminished itself, it diminished its light. It's got these four Yisaitis which are not going to be clear. They're going to be very unclear. But these four are the sodas of the world with which the world was enhanced. In other words, the necessary darkness, the tzimtzum, in order for things to take place in this world. Okay, another interpretation. Ve'es oretz. Is like we said, to enhance the world below. The EU is abis become this is made. It's made in several sections, which we're going to learn about. And there's a parenthesis here, Nehorin. Each one has its own specific illumination. Kulaki Gamli law, and they all correspond to Anai. So this is like the middle world, and it corresponds to the upper world. And this was this middle world is where there's tov v'vo v'choshev ruach. Ilain inu midurei ara, and these are the midurei ara. Now the midurei ara, it doesn't seem to be the land here below yet. Again, there's evidently in this medium area, the middle area, there's a shamayim and aretz, and whatever the shamayim are, there is there's also an aretz in which things take place, as we shall see, which are spiritual things, but they correspond to land below, and there are seven divisions: Eretz, Adama, Gay, Nashia, Tzia, Arka, Teva. Somebody rearranged them here alphabetically. Anyway, V'goda shebukulam Tevel, the greatest of them is Tevel. Fuishpo Tevel b'tzedek. Oh, so we have a place called Tevel. I guess it's Loshan Tavlim because it's spiced properly. And there's a place called Tevel in this middle world between the Olam HaSalyonim and the actual earth, where there's a high place called Tevel where Tzedek reigns, which is very, very impressive. That the Tzedek is operative on that level. Amr Rabbi says, Manu Tzio, who's this? What's the level of Tzio, which you just mentioned? Amr Do Asad Gehinom. Oh, so there's Olam Elyon, which is also a place where it's just called Gehinom. The Kedei Marta, like I say, Tzia B'Tzamobis. Gehinom is posking Yo Tzia, which is I believe dry and parched. V'tzamovis and the valley of death. V'roza d'chsiv v'chosher al pnei home da asar roza asar de Gehinom. So the chosher Meidom refers to the place of Gehinom. Da asar dosi tzia, the place of where things are dried, parched. Asamach hamovis, based on hamovis, kudam run. Like we said, you machshich and payu de briasa. He darkens and I guess also dries up the faces of human beings. V'doy asar the choshechilah, and this is the place of the upper darkness. Okay, so again, everything is happening. Lomas we have corresponding to Lomas Tachtonim. We have spiritual places, including Gehinom, which is of course a spiritual place, and they are powerful spiritual places. And there's a Choshech Ilah, as opposed to our Choshech Hato, which is a much lesser one. Okay, so now we're actually going to get to some other of the parameters here, but let's leave it for this for tonight.